Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mansillon. I am called to make a video, so I thought I'd make one in English as well. And so to speak, Spirit has been talking to me about, I've been feeling that what's very much more important to concentrate on the frequency than the space, time and space condition, to let go, to learn to let go of all that we believe to be real and true in physicality in order to tune into this higher frequency. It is a big challenge. But it's about being self-aware, self-conscious of our consciousness, to know that there is the God is like always like a parent that is following each soul with and teaching the soul at every step. So it's very everything is contained within source, and to become aware of our awareness, aware of our strengths, of our weaknesses, of our reaction to things. As we become aware, we can make adjustment and become more lucid in relationship to who we are and what we do, what we think, what we say, and so because we're receiving limited energy in the physical body, in a physical space, in a physical time, we're receiving energies that are thoughts, emotions, or physical sensations, and so. But it's always how we want to utilize them as bridge to ascend. It is how do we react in relationship to what's been going on. If we continue reacting the same way to the same thoughts, it will produce the same result. So we have to redirect, to learn to use our will to redirect slowly, patiently, with kindness, certain of the energies that we've been doing. For understanding, there is an oscillation of energies, like there is always this pulse that is going on. And as human beings, we have this we have a certain we are able to create certain frequency. The most common frequency is known as beta frequency, which is the purely conscious of all that is going on through the senses and the external matter and realm. But we've been learning to maintain this alpha state of consciousness, which is an internal state to gain some distance in relationship to the world, to be fully conscious of the world, yet to always be still and peaceful and calm inside. The Archangel Michael has been teaching us towards that stable state of alpha. Then we also need to become master of theta state consciousness, to forget about the whole world and go deep inside in meditation. At first the thoughts and the emotion run, and then eventually they slow down, and then we go deep inside. And then when we sleep, we're in delta, but we cannot master delta state consciousness, but we can master theta state consciousness, and then we can, which the oscillations slows down as the frequency. As we master those frequency, we are able to pulse slower. And then there is the gamma state consciousness, which is a very fast oscillation, but that is always receiving information. We need to integrate that, the genius state of consciousness, and we all have access to that. It's the gamma state. And we need also to become gamma master of consciousness, because through the gamma comes the super gamma, comes the lambda, the epsilon, even eventually the omega, the absolute source, the infinite one source, that is all, and that the creator's reality. But the I am presence minister what we're ready to handle, because the physical body can only handle so much energy. We could never handle the energy that God gives to a star, for instance. So we have to become star before we can receive that much energy. But there is so much that will be unfolding there. Like Spirit was informing me that integrating the immortality of immortality is about consciousness. But once we become aware of our immortality, there is this physical integration of immortality that will come with great side effects, like psychic powers and all kinds of power. The keywords do no harm. If we achieve certain level of empowerment because of our ascension, and we misuse the power, the power will probably go away. So until we learn, and then when the power will return when we learn, when we grow. So do not be afraid. It's better to have to correct an error than to wait for permission to do things from the universe. In many sense, I feel. Although do not do just. But we always have a guidance. We always have. From an esoterical standpoint, the energies within the body, from a Buddhist esoterical process, they explain that we have those three energies: the spirit, the energy of the seminal essence that can be sent down through the fire kidney for human procreation, and this essence can be sent up with the water kidney for create the sacred embryo, and And so the seminal essence just raise itself in vital essence, flow of vital essence that that raises up and becomes spiritual energy. And we do have to accumulate spiritual energy until we can open the door to the sky and then eventually find our way back to the origin, to the void, the nirvana. And once we find that source of life, we realize that there is the truth which contains the nirvana and the samsara. We have to integrate the stability of the origin as well as the transformative energy of the shifting sand of time. Also wanted to say that at some point there is many channel messages that are coming every day, but Sananda informed us that at some point they're all gonna stop. They're all going to stop because all that needed to be said will have been said. So we're going to have to integrate, to go back to the teaching if we didn't get it. But it's like at some point there's going to be a time of integration. Spirit is said to get ready and to be really ready because it's going to change really quickly. But we don't know. We have no clue. Personally, I have no clue on really what's coming. But I have to be ready for what is coming. Although I do not know exactly. But I have some ideas. But most of it is hidden. So let's see the past, present, and future. Past, present, and future are only one. As we change our present, our perception of the present, we shift the perception of the past and the future. And so the past is the mastery. The mastery has been achieved. So it's just about allowing yourself to accept that you've already mastered. Still, no matter what, we still have to work on. Inside, we already have achieved what we needed to be achieved. The present is going with the flow. It is love. It is the Holy Grail. It's the Ace of Cups. And in the future is patience. For it's like when we flow with the flow, we're going to manifest things when it is the time for us to manifest things. On the invisible world, we're taking the time to deconstruct all of the conditioning that we've had for like so many lifetimes. And in the physical world, we have maturity, we have evolved, we have grown, we have became more aware of our consciousness. And so for potential and actual is two different things. The gods are always looking to turn potential into actual, but it's the different thing. It's also what we're trying to do, to turn potential, ideas, thoughts, vision, dreams into actual. So we got to, once we get into to manifest potential into actual, there's a new potential that always shows up also. For it is good to have the reflection from heaven to know that what you're doing is approved and blessed by heaven. So it's like when you do that, there is no reason to doubt or to fear or to for if we hesitate too long, we get lost. It's very clear. But there is always the actions are either approved by heaven or the actions are independent. They are in resistance or opposition to the will of heaven, and sometimes we don't know. So it's about it's about learning to tune in to your guiding system and more to be integrated. Once we are integrated within our guiding system, external teachings will just be complementary, but it's not going to be the main. We've learned to learn a lot from what we could integrate from books, from civilization, from other people. But very more and more it comes from within, and I see a lot of people letting go of illusions, awakening to truth, but they're moving into another illusion, and sometimes I'm like, what do I do? Just tell them that they're moving from one illusion. But I understand it is the path of the Creator to lead them from a lower illusion to a higher illusion that will lead them to a higher illusion, to the higher illusion that will eventually bring them to the truth in their own way, in a way that their mental body is able to accept. So it's about following your own truth. And we need to go through whatever process in order for our mind to follow up and to physical man. For we need to blend in those energy, the mental, the physical, the emotional, and so the card of the day is going in circles. So just don't worry about it. Just breathe, relax. Be at peace. Basically, the card is very much about peace. And then because the merry-go-round will eventually stop. It's just about finding out or returning to the present. It's very important to, and then through the, because when we're in the presence, we can tune in to the frequency of the gamma frequency or the theta frequency or alpha frequency, unless we go deep into meditation. But in those frequency, we are able to connect to information and sensations that the beta frequency cannot provide. It's just, but when we're not forced to stay in beta, to learn to do more meditation, to be more connected to our inner self. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. And thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Know that heaven is behind you. The whole of heaven is really the whole. God created the separation, and then he supported all the darkness, and then, but He's also always fighting it to bring back the souls back from their own choice into the sphere of love, light, acceptance, and unity consciousness. So I'll pull out a few more cards from the angels at the end. I'm going to finish with this song. It's a song that talks about the wind of change. It goes like this. I followed the Mosva and down to Gorky Park, listening to the wind of change. An August summer night, soldiers passing by, listening to the wind of change. The world is closing in, and did you ever think that we could be so close like brothers? The future's in the air, can feel it everywhere, blowing with the wind of change. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change. Walking down the street, distant memories are buried in the past forever. I followed the Mosva and down to Gorky Park, listening to the wind of change. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow share their dreams with you and me. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change. The wind of change blows straight into the face of time, like a storm wind that will ring the freedom bell for peace of mind. Let your balalaika sing what my guitar wants to say. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow share their dreams with you and me. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change, the wind of change. Great songs from Scorpion. It was after the fall of the Berlin Wall. It was the reunification. Very soon we're going to reach this world of peace through the wind of change. And so the observer is relaxed, relaxation, vacation, breaks. It's all about getting ready for what is to come. And the highest wisdom is energy. Same card as in French, although I mix them, is the card of one, is the magician, is the power, the world, the first cause. God is all inclusive and in all things. So if you can remember that everything comes from that prime source at any moment and cannot come from anything else, You're avoiding all the illusions, and many things reveal itself through that connection. What same cards as in French, what we need to understand is unity, to be one with the source, but understand even the lower process are part of you, of the expansion of the creation of life, to continue to cultivate that sense of unity, understanding every other aspect of creation is another aspect of God and of you as well, because you are connected to that. Good. Well, we have the same card, huh? So funny, since I mixed them, and so the what we need to do is abundance. Is to be abundant in joy, abundant in resources, abundant in freedom, rather than abundant in fear, in doubts, in lack. So it's about freedom that is coming, and the outcome is the same outcome as in French, is the liberation. So it is all on the works for all of us, huh? And Spirit confirms that. So I thank you very much, and enjoy this day, enjoy each moment, return to the moment of now, let go of everything. Whenever there is something, the lucidity comes from just letting go, going back to the center, breathing and seeing with more clarity whatever we need to look at or address or whatever. Well, thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.